Hello everybody, Gbenga Olatunji here. Welcome to G James Associate channel. We want to look at the treasury function and the role of a treasurer in a treasury department. We had earlier looked at the three decisions of a finance manager, and immediately after now we'll be looking at treasury function also, but how to forecast and cash flow. Forecasting and cash management is what we'll be looking at next. So let us go to the topic right away, the treasury function. Basically, we are going to divide this video into two parts. We'll be looking at the function, then we will look at areas, subtopics under the treasury function. Don't forget that we are looking at the strategic financial management. So under treasury function, what are we going to learn about? We need to know the roles which right about now we'll be dealing with of a treasurer. Then we move on, like I said while introducing this video. Cash flow, forecasting and cash management will be our next video. We'll be talking about cash flow and cash. Generally, when we're talking about treasury, first thing that will come to anybody's mind is about cash. Then after now we'll discuss the financing, long-term and short-term investments and how to manage cash for long-term projects and the like. Then how to source the funds. We are going to look at long-term financing, short-term financing, financial risk management part of treasury function, possible risk of operating a treasury department. I want to believe you know that not all organizations are big enough to have a treasury department, but for organizations that do, we need to know the possible risks that we may need to manage while we have a treasury department. Of course, we are going to look at treasury departments, especially if that organization want that department to run as a profit center. Do we still remember our costing days? Yeah, we need to bring our cost experience to bear now when we are talking about a cost center, profit center. So let us quickly look at the role of a treasurer or the treasury function. The treasury function actually is a specialist function, and what they do in the department is to manage cash. You can say, is cash that difficult to manage? Cash must be managed. Like there are laws of money, and everybody has money one way or the other in their hands, but there are laws, there are rules that actually govern money. Maybe some of these days I'm going to dive into that and we'll look at the laws of money. But let us look at treasury department now. So cash must be managed invariably. That's what I mean. A proper treasury function will regularly produce cash flow forecast to predict surplus or surpluses and deficits, that is shortfall. So shortfall invariably could be forecast ahead and surplus could be envisaged. It doesn't really matter. It's how we manage it that actually matter. So A treasury function, one of their role is to ensure we have a forecast in form of a budget of an organization must be presented. So that means that they must always look ahead of the business and see through it, the cash need and the like. Don't let me go ahead of the topic. Let's pick it one by one and digest it. Another role of a treasury function is that they arrange short-term borrowing and invest when necessary. They arrange for short-term borrowing. So who are we borrowing from? Are they private organizations? Are they private persons? Are they corporate organizations and the like? We must know and manage it as treasurers. And then if we have surplus for any reason, we must know how to invest it to meet our need in the nearest future and accommodate our business function. Also, we must deal with the entities, banks and bankers. We must be able to deal with bankers, understand the banking language, understand the bankers' language, understand what to do and what not to do to position and reposition our organization to enjoy and always have cash at hand. When I say cash at hand, I do not really mean the one that we have on the statements of financial position at year end or month end. I mean that we should always be liquid. To ensure the organization is liquid, we must have a relationship and how to develop relationship with our bankers on behalf of our organization. Then finance the business on a day-to-day basis. So as a treasurer, we must know, as treasurers, we must know our business in and out to be able to deal with it and meet the cash need on daily basis. Don't forget that an organization that is going to have a treasury will be a bit large, and therefore we must have a good oversight and good working relationship with our colleagues, with the managers, with the executives in different areas, different nations, different jurisdiction and the like, because they are going to be reaching out to this department, treasury department. So we must be able to finance on day-to-day basis. We must be able to arrange facility for them with a bank. Also, we must be able to advise. We must function as advisors. That is, we must be able to advise senior managers on long-term financing requirements to position our organization favorably for finance. We must be able to know what the banks request, what financiers request we need, and ensure that our organization always have them on grant as to when due. Also, we must be able to arrange maybe for the purchase of forex or purchase of foreign currency as usually we understand it and as our need requires, and arrange to sell forex and receive cash on behalf of our organization. So we must have a bit of knowledge of international trading, international foreign exchange and the like. It is important as a treasurer and as part of our treasury functions. Also, we must be able to protect our business. This we cannot overemphasize it. Many organizations are liquid, or if we are to say the fact, were liquid before, but because they could not manage cash risk, finance risk, and the like, they went under. But as treasurers and as part of our treasury function, we must be able to protect our business, our organization, against the risk of adverse movement in foreign exchange rates, foreign exchange environment. And when the business has receipts and payments, or loan or investment, we must be able to manage it ahead of time. So we cannot afford to be still in our knowledge of what is going on in financial community. We must always be abreast of events so that we can position our organization. These are some of the treasury function that the treasurer must understand and preempt the organization ahead of time and reposition. If you are new here, I'd love you subscribe to G. James Associate channel, where we build the community of intelligent financial accountants together. Like, comment, share this video if you have enjoyed it on other platforms. It's allowed, you can share it so that we can equally reach out to people around you that may need this knowledge and spread the word abroad. Subscribe and click all as notifications so that anytime we upload, you will be able to be notified first hand. My name is Gbenga Olatunji FCA, for those that might have not known my name. G. James Associate channel is the platform. Up next, we'll be looking at the treasury function, but now we'll be looking at cash flow forecasting and cash flow management. From G. James Associate channel, Gbenga Olatunji FCA is my name. We have value to life. We have value to your businesses.